In the 1950s, science fiction was very popular among kids and teenagers. This was the age of the drive-in movie and B pictures, which featured monsters, mutant spiders, ants, and aliens invading Earth. Throughout the 1950s, there were your quality science fiction movies, which were there to make us think. And there were your B-grade films that were solely there to entertain and shock. The film posters usually had eye-catching images and big titles to attract audiences. Titles like The Man from Planet X, The Thing from Another World, Invaders from Mars, Tarantula, Invasion of the Saucermen, and I Married a Monster from Outer Space. But my favourite film titles started with It. It came from outer space. It came from beneath the sea. It conquered the world. And It, the terror from beyond space. It, the terror from beyond space, is the 1958 independently made black and white science fiction film, which originally had the title of It, the Vampire from Beyond Space. It, the Terror from Beyond Space, was released through United Artists in 1958 and was released as a double bill alongside Curse of the Faceless Man. It, the Terror from Beyond Space, was financed by Edward Small, who was responsible for a number of successful films from the late 1920s until the late 1950s. Small was uncredited in the film, alongside producer Robert Kent. The film was directed by Edward L. Can, who was known for directing several shorts from the Our Gang series, and produced a number of films for American International Pictures in the 50s. The film would feature actors like Marshall Thompson, who later became a big actor on TV, Shirley Patterson, Kim Spaulding, with Ray Corrigan as the monster. The story is about a ship in the future of 1973 which is on its second mission to Mars from Earth. They discover the fate of the first ship. The survivor, a former commander, claims that his crew members were killed off by an alien life form. The crew is of course skeptical, and no one believes him, till the creature becomes a stowaway on the ship and begins to kill the rescue crew on the ship one by one as they return to Earth. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? In fact, the film's premise has been cited as the main inspiration for screenwriter Dan O'Bannon when he wrote the screenplay for Alien. Principal photography took place over a 2-week period in mid-January of 1958, according to director John Carpenter on an episode of TCM. As a co-host, the filming took only 6 days to shoot. Actor Ray Crash Corrigan was all set to play the creature, but during pre-production, he didn't want to travel all the way to Topanga in western LA County, where the film's makeup artist, Paul Blaisdell, lived. So Blaisdell couldn't take the exact measurements of Corrigan's head with the head prop due to Corrigan's rather large chin, so the makeup artist would paint his chin to look like a tongue. The original eyes of the mask were large and cat-like, which was Blaisdell's makeup trademark. However, they would be removed, and Corrigan's own eyes were used. The original screenplay was written by Jerome Bixby, who was best known for his TV work, and he was known for writing 2 original Star Trek episodes, titled Mirror Mirror, which introduced fans to the first mirror universe in the franchise, and the 1969 Star Trek episode Requiem for Methuselah. His short story, It's a Good Life, was adapted as a teleplay by Rod Serling for The Twilight Zone. It was a popular enough episode to be adapted into a segment for the Twilight Zone movie in 1983. Bixby conceived and co-wrote the story for the 1966 film Fantastic Voyage. The film score for It, the Terror from Beyond Space was a collaborative effort by film composers Paul Sortel and Burt Schefter. The main title for the film was simply recycled from their film score for Cronus, where they simply changed the opening bars. Despite being a B picture, the film received better than expected reviews at the time. Variety noted that the creature was the star of the film. They said it is a Martian by birth, a Frankenstein monster by instinct, and the monster is hard to kill, brushing aside bullets, grenades, gas, before finally dying and snorting his last breath. It's old stuff, with only a slight twist. It, The Terror from Beyond Space, was one of the better B pictures, and is a fun, suspenseful, exciting science fiction monster movie. In many ways, the film was highly influential on future science fiction films, like Alien. The film is one of the most memorable B pictures of the 1950s. My name's Jonathan. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and like what you see on my channel, please subscribe, and if you would like to become a patron on my Patreon, click on the link below.